What's up, TRKA holders and moneymakers? Welcome back to the channel. As expected, we are up 23%. TRKA today it is up 23%. I just shared this announcement is going to come before a day or two. Take a look right here. We talked about S3 filing. We talked about there is an earning coming up. We also talked about there is 80 cents potential for TRKA. Take a look right here on my channel. So if you are not subscribed, I highly recommend you subscribe to this channel. We have been talking about MULN, we have been talking about HCMC, we talk about TRKA, and we talk about multiple other stocks including GTII and many more. So make this channel part of your due diligence, research, and analysis. I never claim I am a financial advisor, nor I am smarter than you, but what I do is a lot of research and analysis, and I share this information back to you on a daily basis. You want the information, you need the news when you need that the most, because that's when it triggers. And this is a great example. We just talked about one day or couple of days rather, and we are up to 24%. So congratulations to you if you made money. We went to 28 cents. Think about it. From 23 cents to 28 cents was today's price point, and I'm sharing with you what is the exact reason. TRKA reported their financial earnings. Their revenue is $59 million. Their adjusted EBITDA is $1.5 million for the first 3 months ended March 31st, 2023, which is looking stunning. I will be covering again 5 key takeaways from TRKA's earning that just happened recently. That was yesterday evening, and we were looking to figure out what is going to happen in terms of the EBITDA. Here I am. In addition, what is still strange to me is there's a high short volume. Take a look. 54.50% is the FINRA short volume. We are on May 16th right here. May 16th, we had $46.3 million in FINRA volume. We have the short volume of 25.2 million, which is pretty high, which is concerning, but we'll get to it later on. TRKA, let me get into some numbers. The bigger thing that you want to notice is the revenue is approximately $59 million for the quarter ending March 31st. TMG professional services company that architects and builds enterprise value in consumer brand, scalable performance-driven revenue growth, as you can see right here. 5th consecutive record revenue quarter based on the quarter-over-quarter revenue, as you can see. Revenue increased by 276% over the comparative period for the prior year. The gross profit is $8.8 million. Adjusted EBITDA is $1.5 million. Strong revenue growth in performance and solution within the home services and professional services. What they have told us is we are now delivered 5th consecutive quarter-over-quarter record revenue for the continuing to execute on multi-phase optimization of our legacy balance sheet. Our quarter ended March 31st came in line with our expectations, and I told you about it before a couple of days. We talked about it before 2 to 3 weeks as well, that this is expected. What I wanted to also tell you is we are heading in the right direction. Take a look right here, 17, 17, 19, and 22. So we have higher lows. At the same time, we have higher highs. 19, 18, but from 18 we went to 21. From 21 we went to 22. From 22 we went to 27 cents as the highest price point. What is good to see is our adjacent close price point is also higher, 17, 19, 19, and 24. Our volume spiked through the roof as well. We had 7.3 million in volume on May 10th. We spiked up to 13.9, went to 35, 36, and 84.6 million. So the volume, the higher lows and higher highs, everything is telling us a great story so far. And you want to take into consideration. What they're trying to tell us is the revenue came in line with their expectations despite the headwinds in the broader economy and uncertainty around the strength of the consumer. The company's expertise in resilience in sectors such as home services and impactful revenue generating solution and diverse revenue streams continues to help us build what is an extremely efficient operating platform. We continue to curate our business efforts to take the advantage of sustainably high margin business opportunities in the meaningful and enhanced strategic way for the financial results. That's what their chief executive officer. We're excited to be prospectus incremental customer acquisition program that we are rolling out for the prospective new clients across both managed services and performance solutions revenue stream as we get into the strongest operating period of the year. What this suggests is they are going to come up with even bigger and better revenue, which is amazing to hear. If you know what their overall average volume is 91.2 million. So in volume, we did not really exceed the average volume, but still went up 23.36%, which is super great to see. Take a look right here, 23.36%, 24.40. So this tells us a pretty good story in line with what we hear. What in addition that they're mentioning, I wanted to mention right here that the revenue, take a look, instead of 15.6 million revenue that they had in 2022 for Q1, right now the revenue is 59 million, which is amazing. In addition, gross profit last year for the same period in Q1 was 3.9 million. That jumped up to 8.7 million. That tells us a great story. In addition, the important thing that you want to note is they had 14 million in net loss with 15 million in revenue. Right now their loss is close to 7.9 or 8 million dollars with revenue spiking through the roof. They adjusted their EBITDA from 1.1 million. So when they had only 15 million dollar in revenue, their EBITDA was 1.1 mil. Right now they have close to 60 million, which is 4x, give or take. Don't count me on every penny, every dime. But our EBITDA did not go 4x. So in other words, we had 1.1, we did not go to 4.4 or 4 million. We rather just went slightly higher, which is 1.4 million in their adjusted EBITDA, which is nice to see. So guess what? If they go from 59 million in their busier season, as they mentioned, from 59 million, if they go to 100 million, and if we continue to have controlled in EBITDA, that means their gross profit will be higher. Once their gross profit will be higher, their net loss will turn into net profit margin. This is what I wanted to share with you. Remember, my videos are not for buy or sell advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I want you to make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember to do your own due diligence. One thing I wanted to also mention to you is what you need to consider. Revenue of 3 months is really high, which is approximately 43.4 million or 276% up from 43 to 59 million as compared to the same quarter previous year, and gross profit is 4.8 million or 122% to the 8.8 million compared to the same period last quarter previous year. The 5 key takeaways I want you to take out of that is they brought in huge revenue, very great quarter, 276% year-over-year higher. The company expects revenue and margin to improve later in the year before it slows down in Q4. And TRKA stock is up to date, 115% up. So let's take a look. So 1 day, 23% up. 5 day, we are up 28%. 1 month, we are down. However, if you take a look at 1 year, we are up year to date, we are up 121%. And which is precisely why I wanted to share here that there is a potential for this stock to go to, again, 80 cents that we saw just in the recent past. So we saw this stock 77, 78 cents in March. But the first week of March, we saw March 6, 78 cents, 77 and a half or 78 cents, close to 80 cents. We can go back there once again in 2023. Another thing you want to make sure is this 5 takeaway. The revenue was driven by a full quarter of the performance of the current year acquisition converged to its subsidiaries. Since acquisition in March 2022, the new revenue stream added $300 million in sales. While the revenue increased, the selling and general administrative costs decreased by 35% to $11.2 million. Now remember, this is the overall, their partnership that they're talking about, the parent company. In general, the profitability remains the major goal. Net loss, $7.9 million, improvement from $14.38 million a year ago. In addition, adjusted EBITDA was $1.5 million, which is up by 227% year over year. Now, guidance was not explicitly provided by the company based on the Investor Place article, and that it expects to report stronger revenue. I agree with that, because as we move into Q2, Q3, and Q4, the revenue will increase. Q1 is relatively, for so many companies, Q1 is not really the strongest revenue quarter. And the margin will improve and eventually soften the Q4. The revenue will soften in Q4. The company noted that the results for the same period in March 1 are not useful as a forecasting tool for the rest of the year due to seasonality. Based on the data, analyst expects 2023 revenue will be $350 million, which is a really strong revenue, which is a smart move for the company. That would signify the impressive growth of 200.66%. And analysts also forecasted the GAAP EPS of 4 cents, adjusted EBITDA $20 million. At the same period of writing, TRKA has a capitalization less than $100 million. And their market cap is close to $100 million, as it just says, $97.45 million. Again, do your own due diligence, because we are heading in the right direction. We were in tens for a long period of time. We had a tough time going back into 20s, but here we are. We went as high as 28 cents today, and we are closed at 24 cents. If we stay above and beyond 24 cents tomorrow, that will be a really strong day for TRKA. I hope you liked this video. If you did, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.